I am George Alufandika. I come from Malawi. At the moment, I'm studying an MSc, Master of Science in Applied Development Studies at the University of Reading here in the UK. I believe this course is going to be quite helpful in my work. After I finish the course, I am going to pick up employment with some organization back home in Malawi, and I feel I will be able to contribute quite effectively. When I return to Malawi, I am actually very keen to get involved with the projects that aim to empower women. In the spread of HIV and AIDS, gender actually plays a very big role. For instance, when a man does not have money or other resources, they would normally go out there, pick up a job, whether manual or otherwise. But sometimes when women do not have enough income, maybe to feed themselves or to provide for the household, maybe mostly in cases perhaps where the woman maybe is the household head or they don't have enough, sometimes they may end up compromising maybe on their values and actually get into sexual relationships with an intention of getting some money or other kind of favors from men to actually supplement on their resources. If women get empowered, they would be able to fend for themselves, get employed, also get some self-confidence and self-esteem which they need to stand by some choices which they make. For me to go into this area of work, I can say I was influenced also partly by my own mother. I'll tell you a brief story about my mother. My mother has not been to school formally, and my father went as far as standard 8. That is the highest in primary school. Of course, he got a certificate. But otherwise, when I was about 7 or 8 years old, and I think by then I was in standard 3 or so, my mother started doing adult literacy classes, and she seemed so excited with her new skills of learning to read and solve simple arithmetic problems, be able to add up things. So actually she inspired me so much. I felt that if she had access to education, for example, I think it would have made a difference in her life. So I feel that women in particular, they also have to be given opportunities to further their education so that it can be, say, a springboard for them to get into employment, as well as be able to stand their ground. Say, for instance, if a woman is married or is in a relationship, maybe their partner is abusive or they don't give them enough freedom. Usually the woman may be restricted in her options, and oftentimes they are of course forced to persevere so much because it's like they don't have other options. They just rely on the husband or on their male partner to provide for them on all fronts. So I believe that if women are given opportunities, they have someone to look up to, and it would motivate them actually in whatever they may be involved in. Whilst I've been studying in the UK, the Canon Collins Trust has been quite helpful. I think one thing I can say outright about the trust is that I have been very touched by the way the scholarship program is actually administered. I found it very easy to concentrate on my studies because for example, the allowance which they give to us scholars to keep us going, to pay for our accommodation, to be able to buy food, maybe clothes for cold weather, was actually being paid into my account on time. So much so that it helped me not to worry about the way the scholarship is being administered, but to focus and concentrate on my studies. And one other way that the trust has also been very helpful is that they provided me with funds to be able to procure a laptop as well as books for my studies. So this has been very helpful because I was able to concentrate and be able to have access to online material for my studies very easily.